Hello everyone and welcome back to part 2 of our video discussion on the unit PG258, International Organizations. In today's video, we will be discussing two sub-theories of liberalism and the theory of constructivism. We will then also connect these theories to two sets of events: the European Union and global governance, norm entrepreneurship, and the civil rights movement. So without any delay, we'll get right into our discussion.
According to Dave 2019, international institutional liberalism emphasizes on the role that common goals play in international system and the ability of international organizations to get states to cooperate. However, international liberalism argues that more emphasis should be placed on global governance and international organization as a way of explaining international relations, which connects the theory to event number 1.
Events and examples. Event 1 is European Union and global governance. Global governance is basically the way in which global affairs are managed. Marbella International University Center 2015. Now, although organizations may collectively govern together, a single organization may nominally be given the lead role on an issue. For example, the World Trade Organization taking in world trade affairs, or in this context, the European Union, which is an international organization that was founded after the Second World War, and it works to maintain the economic and political unity and peace among its 27 member countries in the European continent. On to event 2, which is norm entrepreneurship and civil rights movement. According to Keohane 2012, it is important to note that institutional liberalism has been influential in shaping policies related to civil rights. Now, norm entrepreneurship provides a platform for civil rights movements. The movement's goals are in line with many of the principles advocated by institutional liberalism, such as equal protection under the law and support for minority groups historically discriminated against. For example, the African American in United States of America.
Moving on to the theory of Republican liberalism. Republican liberalism, or the democratic peace theory, asserts the basic argument that democratic or liberal states will not go to war with other liberal states. This is according to Longley 2019. Democracies will often tend to see each other as unthreatening because of their shared political beliefs, and therefore they will lean towards cooperation with one another.
On to the events and examples. So, Event 1, the European Union is a liberal democratic organization that shares many of the values and principles supported by Republican liberalism. For instance, the EU has been instrumental in promoting democracy, human rights, and the rule of law both within its member states and beyond, according to European Commission 2023. On to Event 2. According to Corbett and others, 2019, smaller democratic states, which are considered as structurally weak members of the multilateral system, have been able to influence international organizations through norm entrepreneurship. For example, the rise of small island developing states in the United Nations system have been able to expand their influence into other IOs, which is a large evidence of norm diffusion, according to Corbett and others, 2019.
Moving on to the theory of constructivism. The basic idea of constructivism is that it sees the whole world as being socially constructed. However, the theory has three main principles: the identity, the ideas, and the structures, and that's according to Mecott 2022. Constructivism puts into context the actions, beliefs, and interests of actors and understands that the world they inhabit has been created by them and impacts them as such.
Moving on to the events and examples. Event 1. In terms of global governance, constructivism provides insights into how ideas and norms shape global governance processes, as cited in Johnson and Hayes 2018. In terms of understanding the European Union, the theory has significant implications for the way the organization is studied. It breaks down the distinction between agents, actors such as individuals or states, and the structural context that they find themselves in. For instance, the interstate system of the European Union. An example would be the European Council meeting, as cited in Social Constructivism and the European Union, no date. Moving on to Event 2. According to Slade 2022, social constructivism holds that individuals collectively reproduce or reconstruct this environment through their behavior and actions. This is the theoretical framework used to study the civil rights movement. For example, the Highlander Folk School, a radical racially integrated institution located in the hills of Tennessee, played a significant role in advancing the civil rights movements through education.
So, to conclude our discussion, institutional liberalism, republican liberalism, and constructivism, although may differ in their main arguments, they all have one thing in common, and that is that each of these theories incorporate a natural focus on institutional behavior, which were shown in the examples mentioned by my fellow colleagues. Now, international organizations both in PNG and within the global arena play an extremely crucial role in shaping individual or state actors' behaviors and interactions within the international system. That is the end of our discussion, and we hope you enjoyed our video. Thank you for watching.